It's Wolf, and it's a stream, and I'm actually testing out a different capture card this time around. And I'm not going to talk too much about the capture card because I actually I have a review of it that I've made, and the review is, well, it's not like it's a review, but I didn't title it a review. But like a anyway, it's a review. um, and that's actually done. I just haven't uploaded it yet because I want to give some time between the last video I made about Infamous and this review, because I found that sometimes waiting a little while between videos helps with viewership and stuff. But anyway, so this is Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Zombies, normal thing that I like to play here on the stream pretty often. And I guess not only am I testing the capture card, but also the controller. I got a new controller a while ago because my old controller was not really, I mean, it was having issues, not stick drift, but the up button on the D-pad kept like sticking, which was annoying. One thing I am noticing, hang on, I need to change, let me see something here, because this capture card seems kind of where is, sorry, I'm just noticing that this capture card is really dark compared to the other ones, I think. Okay, there we go. That seems better, maybe? Is that better or is that too, whoa, that is too bright. Okay, hang on. Oh wait, hang on. Okay, let me default, yes. I need to raise brightness. Sorry if this is gonna get kind of weird looking for a second, guys. Just need to raise it like a tiny bit, I think. Just because the game, okay, that does look significantly better already, even though it's only like slightly raised. Let me see. Sorry this is taking a minute. I maybe could have tested this beforehand, but I guess that's kind of what the point of the stream is. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, so what I was saying, new capture card, new controller also. I got a new capture card a while ago, or not a while ago, hang on, I'm getting mixed up with my words already, and I just started the stream. I got a new controller a while ago because my old controller, well, one of my PS3 controllers, the one that I'd been using, it's just a normal DualShock 3, but I was having issues with the up arrow on the D-pad. It kept like sticking, and it kept messing me up in some games and stuff, and it wasn't happening super often, but it was happening enough to be annoying. So I ended up buying a third-party controller, which I kind of had been trying to avoid doing, but PS3 is old enough now that it's not really that easy to find first-party controllers for reasonable prices. So I got a, what is this, Retro Fighters Defender, because I had read online that this was kind of one of the top like picks for replacing your PS3 controller. It's pretty good. The only thing is, and I've noticed this in general with like third-party PS3 controllers, there always seems to be a slight bit more input lag on them, and I don't know what is the cause of that, but it is really annoying. But I have like a GameStop third-party controller that I've had for a while, and I think it also happens on there. My girlfriend on her PS3, when I went to visit her recently, she has a controller that I don't know if it's first party or not, but I think we came to the conclusion that it might be a bootleg, and that one also seems to suffer from the same issue. So I don't know what the problem is there. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, I think the PS3 controller normally uses Bluetooth anyway. I was gonna say maybe these, since they're using like a different way to plug in or something, this one uses Bluetooth, but it's not actually directly to the console Bluetooth. It's like a dongle. Anyway, long story short, the controller works pretty okay. But as for the capture card, like I was saying, I have a review of that I've finished, but I haven't uploaded yet because I've found that, at least in my own viewing experience, and I've talked about this a little bit before, but sometimes if you upload videos too soon, too close together, where is this mystery box? Over there this time. If you upload videos too close together, sometimes it can be kind of overwhelming as a viewer, especially if you upload anything longer like I've uploaded recently. I've just noticed that, like, for example, not to like be rude to any of the people that I watch, but like Vinny Vine Sauce, I watch a lot of his stuff, but he uploads his full streams, and sometimes those are really long. Sometimes you can end up having it where it's like, like 4 hours of stuff that's been uploaded for like one day of stream, and it's all good, but it's just a lot of stuff to watch. Whereas then there's other people that I like watching. Like I guess one of the best examples is like, oh yeah, he does like a lot of FNAF videos, but not exclusively FNAF videos. But he doesn't upload like that often, honestly. It's usually like at least a month between his uploads. And when he uploads something, even though it's longer a lot of the times, it's been long enough since the last time I saw one of his videos that I'm like, oh, I want to see what this new video is, like right away. So anyway, that's kind of my strategy with that. But what I was saying, so this is a different capture card that I'm using right now, and you can maybe tell because it maybe doesn't look quite as good as my Elgato. Hang on, I want to see how the stream actually looks right now. Let me check. Although actually, yeah, no, it looks pretty alright. It's just some of the brightness settings I think could use with some work. But it's not an Elgato. It's actually a really cheap capture card that I got, and I'm not going to get into all the intricacies of why I do and or don't like it, because that's what I've got that review for. But long story short, it actually makes it's way easier to record PlayStation 3 on this capture card than it is with my Elgato. So I just wanted to test it, see how it looked, and see if it was kind of worth using this capture card in the future for streams and videos on PS3. And I kind of think it might be, because it works really well for how cheap it was. But anyway, yeah, so that's that. Trying to think if I've had anything else to talk about lately. I just got over some sort of sickness, which kind of sucked. I think I got food poisoning. And you might be thinking to yourself, Wolf, wait, didn't you have food poisoning like not that long ago? And yes, and I think that I've gotten sick from the same place twice. Like a month or 2 months ago, somewhere in that time period, I had gotten this sandwich from a gas station, and that is not a great start to a story about food, I know. But this gas station actually is like a place that serves food. Like they have a kitchen and everything. It's one of those like gas stations that it's like it's fine to eat from there normally. I had been getting food from there for like the past 3 years or even longer than that. Like they've been open for like 4 or 5 years, I think. That one in particular, that location. And so I've been going there for quite a while to get food and never had any issues. But this one day I had a sandwich from there, and I remember it tasting mostly normal, but like slightly off. But I didn't really think much of it. And I ended up later in the day having a really upset stomach. I got like a headache from it and stuff. Long story short, sounded like food poisoning. And the other thing too was I think it was food poisoning because I didn't get like stuffy. I didn't have any sinus issues, which is kind of rare for me. I usually have all sorts of sinus issues in general. So I was like, yeah, that's strange, but I guess food poisoning doesn't usually make you feel sick in like a stuffy nose type of way. So I kind of chalked it up to that, but I figured, that was just that sandwich, and I would kind of maybe just not get sandwiches from there. Well, the other day, I got a couple other food things from there. I ended up getting, and it was weird too, I just got like mozzarella sticks and tater tots. But I ended up having the same thing happen the next day. Stomach got really upset, got a bad headache. So I think something is up with their kitchen there right now, so I don't think I'm going to be getting stuff from there anymore, which kind of sucks. Because they actually had... Oh, that's not good. Because they actually had really good stuff. Like, and they were open 24 hours. Or are open 24 hours. But, like, if I'm getting sick from it, that's not going to be worth it. Yeah, it sucked. I started feeling not good on, like, Friday. And then only felt better pretty much yesterday. I started feeling better on Saturday night. But still wasn't feeling great. Yesterday I felt mostly better, but still not perfect. Today I feel pretty much better, but I've still even had a little bit of an upset stomach and a little bit of a headache. But that kind of sucked. Good news though, speaking of health things, when I was talking about the whole thing with like how I quit my old job and then started a new job, but then not working, like that job didn't work out. Like I was saying about being like worried about health insurance stuff a little bit. I have health insurance coverage again, starting soon. It's not actually started yet, but I think I might have talked about this on a stream before. But I looked into the healthcare.gov, the healthcare marketplace in the U.S., and it's not as good as insurance as you can get through work. But I got a insurance plan through there that's not super expensive. It's not like great, but it'll prevent me from going broke if I end up in the emergency room or something. Um, and another thing too with that is I'm looking forward to I want to try to lose some weight, and I've been trying to think of like what sports do I like, because I'm not really a like type of person to go to a gym, and I've been enjoying watching skateboarding stuff on YouTube. I've actually been watching the I can't remember what exactly it's called, but there's been a skateboarding tournament in Brazil that's been going on, and I think it's over now. I think the last part of it was yesterday, but it was some sort of skateboarding tournament. It was in Florianopolis, Brazil. And YouTube has started to notice that I like to watch just random sports things. And so it has started suggesting me like random sports things, and that was one of the things it suggested me, and I found it really interesting. So I already had been thinking about trying to start skateboarding. So once my insurance goes into effect, so that way, like if I get injured, I'm gonna go try to start doing some skateboarding. I think I definitely talked about this on a stream before. I found a nice skate park near where I live. I didn't even realize it was there, and then I went to check it out, and it's actually like really nice. And I've never seen anybody at it, so that'll be really cool. Something else I should mention, you might be wondering why my game's in German. It's a long story. Yeah, it's I wanted to give a little bit of an awkward silence there. It's I've told this story before, but for those of you who haven't heard it, when I was in the UK, I've told the story a bunch of times actually, but I like to reiterate it because it is a little bit weird sometimes to tune in the stream and then see, hey, why is his game in German? I don't even speak German. When I went to Spain when I was in grad school, because I was in grad school in the UK, and then I went to Spain really quick. It was like a really short trip. Like 36 hours, I think is what it was. Anyway, when I was there, I went video game shopping, and I meant to get a copy of this in Spanish, but there's also a lot of German tourists who go to the area in Spain that I went to, in Majorca, and so anyway, I ended up with a German copy of it by accident because the guy behind the counter just kind of handed me the copy that he grabbed, which sucks because now I have a mismatched game and case because my game is in German but my case is in Spanish, and also I don't understand German, whereas I do understand a good bit of Spanish. So like, yeah, that's a little annoying, but whatever. It's been like 3 years or whatever, so whatever. You know, fun fact, I don't think I've ever mentioned this before on stream. The dual 5.7s here. I actually bought a 5.7 in real life a while ago. Actually, I think it's the first gun my girlfriend ever shot too when she came to visit. I had been like, I already had a 1911, but I wanted to get a pistol that was like a little bit more realistic, I guess, to use. Like 1911s, there's nothing wrong with them, but it's not that much fun to shoot. Just because it has a lot of kick to it. It's chambered in 45, and it's all right, but it's just like I wanted to get a more modern gun, I guess. Even though 1911s are like a more modern design gun. And anyway, I found a 5.7 at a gun shop near me, and I was like, no way, there it is. Like, there's one of my favorite Black Ops 2 guns, and it's the first generation too. So it's the one that it's the gun in the, oh my god, I can't speak. The guns in Black Ops 2, the 5.7s, are based off of the first gen 5.7, and that's the one that I managed to find. I kept seeing like second gen 5.7s places, but I wanted a first gen one just because that was the one I had seen in real life. Or not in real life, that was the one I'd seen in the game. I wanted the one that I'd seen in the game in real life. My real life 5.7 is tan though, not black, which actually I kind of prefer. the contrast of the tan with the black on the safety actually makes it kind of easier to see if the safety is on or off, at least for me. So I kind of prefer that. But the dual 5.7s in town are one of my favorite weapons, and even just the normal 5.7. They don't seem that great at first because they are pistols, but they really tear through the zombies. I still need to get used to this controller. The other thing that's a little bit annoying with this controller is so it's got like really flat L1 and R1 buttons, and they work okay for first person shooters, but they're not like the best feeling thing for first person shooters. And you can just like change it in the settings in a lot of games, but I've been not doing that because if I do get another normal DualShock 3 in the future, then I'll have to change all the settings back again. But some games you can't. Like I played through Battlefield 3 recently, and that one you don't seem to be able to change the guns, like the trigger settings. So that made it a little bit challenging. I've actually played through a handful of games lately. I've played through Battlefield 3, played through Battlefield 4, Need for Speed Most Wanted, Need for Speed Payback. Payback. I was gonna play through Need for Speed Carbon, and then I was really upset. I had finished Most Wanted, and then Carbon's like a direct sequel to Most Wanted, and I put my Carbon disc in, and it looked like it was gonna read, and then it ended up not reading. And I tried everything that I could to get it to read. I even tried using it on my modded PS3, tried to see if like maybe I could dump it and then play it that way. But yeah, just nothing would work. So I ended up not being able to play Carbon yet. I'll have to keep an eye out for another copy of it. The Infamous video that I did recently has been doing pretty well. That's got, I think it had 199 views last time I checked. There's a good chance it's over 200 by now because it's been getting like views like pretty consistently. I was a little surprised to see that too because it's a longer video, and it's on a topic that I've not really ever talked about before, but people seem to like it. It's gotten a bunch of views, it's gotten a bunch of likes, it's gotten some comments and stuff, so that's been really cool. And so if you happen to be watching my stream because of that video, or otherwise, like if you like if you're coming from that video pretty much, I actually have another video about Infamous that, oh, I've got the hiccups. I have another video about Infamous that I haven't worked on it yet, but I've tested the thing that I need to do for it, and it's going to be really cool, and it's actually a really useful video. It's a thing that I've not seen anybody cover before, and I guess I might as well just talk about it. So Infamous 2 has UGC, which is one of the things that I think I spent the most time talking about in the Infamous video that I already made, which is user-generated content, and the servers and everything are still up for it, but it's only a matter of time probably until those servers end up getting shut down. So I was trying to think, I wonder if there's a way to share UGC missions without going through the normal UGC stuff online. And I actually did find out a way to make and share UGC missions. I think. I haven't fully tested it yet, but I actually need like help from other people to test it, so that's part of why I want to make the video also. But I think I've found a way to share UGC missions completely offline without needing to use the server. Not completely offline, but a way to pretty much be able to share them like almost as if they were a mod. Yeah, that'll be really cool if that actually works the way that it seems to be working, because then when those servers go down eventually, it will still be possible to share UGC missions with other people, which is kind of a rare thing, but it's just lucky that Infamous 2 saves the UGC missions in the way that it does. But yeah, I gotta work on that video. I think that's one of my next videos coming up. Once I upload that capture card review, Gosh, I'm trying to think. I've got a couple of video ideas. I've been trying not to come up with any new ideas until I finish out some old ideas, and I've finally finished up a bunch of old ideas. The video that I made, that Infamous 2 video that I made, was an old idea that took me forever to make, and then the video about newer games getting released on old consoles, that was a video idea that I had forever that took a really long time to make. So wanna yeah, some of that stuff. Do some of that stuff. Want to finish up some of those, although there's not a ton of things left in kind of my backlog of videos. Probably gonna try to pack a punch. Yeah. Although, it's kind of bad timing for it, but... Oh! Wait. The name of the Dual 5.7s is different in German. In the English version of I feel like I maybe have noticed this before. In the English version of Black Ops 2, it's Ultra and Violet. In this one, it's Ultra and Brutal. That's interesting. I've never noticed that before. I guess I haven't played the German version of Black Ops 2 that much, but that's kind of weird. I wonder why they changed that. I wonder if any of the other Pack-a-Punch guns have different names. Huh. I'm just trying to think, though, because, like, a lot of them, if it's a gun name, it's going to be the same name in any language, because it's, like, a brand name. I'm trying to think if there's any other guns, though, that would, like... I guess maybe, like, the Judge might have a different name? Although I don't think... The Judge isn't on town, is it? But the Python is. The Python could have a different name. Although I feel like I have seen the Judge on this level. Maybe, I don't remember if it is or if it isn't. I know a lot of people hate on the SMR, but I actually kind of like it. I'm going to spin the box a few more times, though, just to see if we can get another one that might have a funny, different name when Pack-a-Punched, just because I'm curious now. Well, that one has a different name, but that's not really that surprising, because Ballistic Knives is not a brand, it's kind of a generic term, so that's not that weird for that to be different in German. Well, okay, so the Type 25 is Tip 25? I know I don't need to Pack-a-Punch this yet, but just out of my own curiosity, I'm going to Pack-a-Punch this real quick and see. Because I don't remember what the name of that is when Pack-a-Punched in English, but... Sortie 25? Huh. I guess it never crossed my mind that the names of some of these guns would be different in German. By the way, also, channel is very close to 1,000 subscribers finally. We're at 991 last I checked, and there's 10 people watching right now. So if everybody who is watching right now subscribed, I would hit 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, that's been a goal for a while on the channel, and I kind of keep forgetting how close I am to that, because I actually have some like special stuff that well, not a ton of stuff, but a couple things planned for when I hit 1,000 subscribers. I should probably actually start working on some of those, because I am very close to that. I guess I kind of keep bouncing back and forth, though. I keep being like 990, then like 989, and then like 988, 991. Like, it keeps bouncing around. So I think it might still be a while until I hit 1,000, but... I don't think I'm gonna open up the bank this run. Normally I would go for speed cola, but I feel like I've already used 2 of the quick revives, and I don't know. I just feel like there's not a point. So I'm gonna get double tap, and then I'll probably get stamina up, assuming I have enough points for all of that. Oh, whoa. Viewership count just went way up. 28. Where are all of you coming from? No, I know sometimes I get viewers on my streams, but geez, that's a lot for one of my streams. Where did all of you come from? This isn't even an interesting title. It's just testing out a capture card. Who are all you people? Oh wait, okay, now the viewer count just dropped by like 16 people again. Oh man. Another real life thing. Supposedly, we're finally going to get some rain in my area, like I guess between tonight and tomorrow, which I am greatly looking forward to, because it has been so dry here. It's been crazy. The pollen, like, you know, it's weird. Despite all the sinus issues that I have and I complain about, pollen actually doesn't seem to affect me as much as other things, but the pollen has been so bad this year because of we just haven't had any rain, that I looked it up, and like one of the local news like websites for this area actually said that this year is one of the worst pollen years in history for this area, which is kind of crazy. But it's not that surprising, because it's actually even been bothering me quite a bit. I've gone outside. I've actually been trying to avoid going outside almost exclusively because of that, because the last couple times I've gone outside, I've gotten so stuffy, just because there's just so much pollen. But hopefully the rain will take care of that a little bit. I don't know what has been up with the weather here lately. I complained about this a while ago, about how there's just not been any rain where I live, and it's really strange, because when I first moved here, we literally had like a monsoon season, but we have not had like anything, and it's really annoying, but hopefully that will change. I just want to get some rain. I'm just to wash some of this pollen away and stick it to like the ground and stuff, because it's really annoying. How did my stream get 110 views already? What is where did all of you come from? I'm not complaining, but I just don't understand what is going on. You know, that being said, I have noticed something lately though. I've noticed a resurgence of Call of Duty related stuff popping up in my YouTube suggestions. I've started getting a lot more like trick shotting videos and stuff again suggested to me, and a lot more of like the sort of Call of Duty commentary with life advice type videos popping up in my recommended lately. Maybe that could be part of it. And it's been like, that's been going on for a while, but especially within the past week, I guess I have noticed that more. So maybe that's part of what's going on here. But actually, no, I don't want to go that way yet. But I've been thinking about trying to maybe do some of that stuff myself, some like Call of Duty related videos, just because they do seem so popular. But I'm not totally sure yet. I don't want to spread myself too thin, because I've done that before when working on videos and stuff, and just kind of want to like make sure that I'm making things that people actually watch. In the last couple videos that I've made, people actually have watched, so. Oh, another 5.7. I don't really want, that's the DMR, I think. I don't really want that. Although, well, actually, that might not have been a good idea, because I am almost out of ammo on the Type 25. Well, let's hope that the 5.7 does us some good for a while, and then maybe we can make another sprint over to the mystery box. Okay, this isn't, yeah, that didn't go well. Oh, she haben 15 Runden Überlebt. I don't know what that means. I decided to try some grape Faygo today rather than orange Faygo. It's actually pretty good. I know I've not been streaming for that long, but it's already starting to get kind of late for me. And when I just lost that round, a bunch of people left. So I think I'm going to end the stream there. I've kind of talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. So thank you guys for watching. Thanks for playing along with me testing out this new capture card. Let me know what you think in the comments of this, in like the archived version of this. I'll see you in other stuff in the future, and bye-bye.